Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time of coming here, you're welcome. Please click on the subscribe button and on the notification bell so that every time I send any video, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much. Ooh, let's get into it. Oh my God, did you hear? Canada has stopped conversion of visitors visa into work visa. You can no longer apply for work visa if you came into Canada as a visitor. And I know so many people are in that position. They had, prepared their Canada dream and just thought that, okay, we can just convert once we get here with a visitor's visa. So, what do you do? What to do now that they had stopped this with immediate effect? Well, there are several options that you can explore, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you can see something that works for you. Okay? The first thing you need to do, I think, is really like the most important thing to do right now is to apply for a visitor's record extension. If you wish to extend your stay in Canada, it's not a visa. It's not like the visa you originally came in with. But this visitor's record extension is applying to stay longer in Canada than your initial visa allows you to stay. So this just gives you an option to have more time on your hand, and just know that it's a process. You apply for it online, and you have to be convincing. You have to explain to the visa officer, why you are not leaving Canada, and you have to have your story straight. If not, they will not approve it, but hopefully you can make a good case and they will approve it. Giving you more time to plan for how to apply and convert your visitor's visa to something a little bit more permanent. Okay, the next thing you can do is to apply for study permit. You can apply for study visa. And how do you do that? You must quickly start looking for a college or university that you can apply for. If you're already a graduate, you can apply for a diploma, postgraduate diploma. You can apply for master's degree, but look for an affordable college. I'm going to put the link of the DLI institutions. Those are institutions that can give you postgraduate work visa after you finish your studies, and that is really critical because you don't want to spend money studying and then you can't get postgraduate work visa. And there's been a lot of changes to who can give postgraduate work visa permits. That's PGWP permit. There's been some changes in the Canadian law of schools that have been scratched out that can't offer that. So you must check it properly. I'll put the link in this video. You go to that link and you search for universities. One advice, look for schools that are in more remote provinces that are not the big ones, your Ontario, your Vancouver, your Calgary. No, look for schools in New Brunswick, look for schools in Edward Island, Yukon, in the Atlantic provinces. Those, at least you have a higher chance of getting admission and getting your study permit approved. Okay, if your spouse is an international student and you came on visitors visa to visit them, you can just apply for open work permits by being sponsored by your husband or your wife, and with that your visa would be extended. If your spouse is a Canada permanent resident or a citizen, perfect, you have the best solution so far. The next option is family sponsorship. If you have a close family member, sibling, parents, brother, cousin who lives in Canada as a permanent resident, you would have to reach out to them and ask if they could sponsor you, especially if they live in provinces who are very friendly to family ties, like your Manitoba and Saskatchewan. If your family lives in that province, it's easy for you to get extension or get a form of permit through your family. And it's a whole lot of process though. There's a whole lot of documentation you have to do. there's a whole lot of documentation your family member has to be willing to give to you in order to go through that process. But, well, it's something to explore. Please check it out. And then the this word makes me laugh: humanitarian compassionate grounds. You can apply for asylum. Basically, that's the big English. You can apply for asylum. You can go to the border and say, oh, I'm afraid for my life. I didn't say you should do that. I'm just giving you options. uh, and when you apply for asylum, you get kind of a permanent stay, and you have to prove that your life is in danger, that you will suffer extremely if you leave Canada, different things. I don't know what you'll say, but that's a consideration. And then the next one is the express entry. The express entry is it's a way longer process. It's too long. So I don't know if this is an option for you in order to stay in Canada, because if your visa is expiring and you have gotten all documentation to apply for express entry, you have to go back to your country in order to continue that process. So, but it's something to explore. There's so many streams under express entry, but something I think would benefit you more if you are in the healthcare sector and you came in as a visitor. You are in luck because there's so many things being done for people in the healthcare in order to retain them in Canada. And if you're not in the healthcare, I would suggest that the study that you want to pursue should be in the healthcare sector, because that has the shortest right now and the fastest route to permanent residence. So I really hope that you get an option. Well, the final option for me now would be provincial nomination. Some provinces have programs that allows them to nominate an individual for permanent residence. So if you have family in some province like your British Columbia, your Alberta, and Saskatchewan, Manitoba, I know Alberta has a nomination program which favors someone that has family member here. And if your job, what's your job? If your job is in any of the occupation in demand, just Google it, occupation in demand for different provinces, and you might be in luck. You will see the one that has what you do for your occupation is in demand. Any province that you see that your occupation is in demand, that's your pointer on where to go and start looking for a way to remain in Canada that is legal. It's important though that you also consult with an immigration consultant if you don't know where to start, if you're confused and you don't know. I know that panic mode when, oh my God, they say I have to leave and my visa is expiring in 1 month. Please just quickly look for a legal and an accredited immigration consultant. That's an expensive way, but hey, it keeps you here and you don't have to go back to your country and start all over again. I really, really, really hope that one of these ways work for you. Fingers crossed with you, and let me know. Hit that chat, talk to me. Is there any advice, anything else that you'd like to know about? Just let me know. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to click on that subscribe button. Thank you. See you in the next video.